For my friends, family, esteemed colleagues, question came my way to explain how can we improve the levels of our hydrochloric stomach acid. There are people, and quite a few, lately more and more, that are suffering from low levels of stomach acid, if such a thing exists. Now, why, if such a thing exists? Because stomach acid is not something that regularly sits in your stomach. Hydrochloric acid should be really very concentrated, pH down to 2. Very strong acid. Now, if such acid would be sitting in your stomach when it's not necessary, eventually it is going to bore a hole and chew you up. You put this kind of acid on your skin, it burns you. Everybody who has reflux, the true reflux, and stomach contents scum, I mean, it burns like hell. And this is diluted, because if your body works correctly, you are not going to have acid reflux. So, number one, how do we know that we have a problem with stomach acid? Well, we are being told there are certain symptoms. You are burping, you have diarrhea, stomach pain, acid reflux. Well, acid reflux and low levels of stomach acid has 0 in common. Okay? One thing is one thing, the other thing is another thing. They can occur simultaneously, but very seldom. You can have reflux when you don't have good acid, but this is basically because you eat incorrectly. And here we are actually touching the nerve. You see, we are being told many stupid things in medicine. We doctors are being framed through bad knowledge. What we are learning is garbage. It's not knowledge. Okay, symptoms. Here they are mentioned. Bloating, burping, upset stomach, nausea, heartburn, diarrhea, gas, la. Okay? Now again, we know that their symptoms are related to many different, what we call diseases. Okay? But now we are being told that you are going to have a low stomach acid, most likely, if you have these preconditions, or what they call these different diseases. And what do they mention? Lupus, tingle, allergies, asthma, thyroid issues, acne. Well, most of these things that we haven't mentioned now relate to low plasma blood levels. Well, is there something to do with the stomach acid? Well, what does the stomach use to produce hydrochloric acid? It uses plasma of our body. And hydrochloric, chloric, it needs chlorine. From where? From salt. And now you are being told, no salt in your diet. Eat veggies, no salt. Bingo! You are turning your stomach into fermentation sack. You are creating rumen. What do you expect? You see, when the stomach, when you eat correctly, then your digestion is being triggered the right way. We are programmed as omnivores to, as soon as we put something in our mouth, we start producing hydrochloric acid because we are programmed to eat meat, animal products. So when something comes, the reflex, you start making TLN, to start breaking out proteins and fats, and you are triggering production of hydrochloric acid. But this is reflex. As soon as your senses analyze what is actually coming in, if you're eating incorrectly, then readjustments occur. You are eating veggies, you are cutting immediately production of hydrochloric acid because it's not needed for this. Remember, body is very sensitive, self-adjusting mechanism. It will not produce what it doesn't need. It will not support what it doesn't need. So when you eat incorrectly, everything will be wrong in your body. You will have wrong flora and fauna, you will have wrong alkalinity and acidity. Since we are originally programmed to run on animal products, animal proteins, animal fats. This is like if you have an engine in a car that is programmed to run on gasoline, petrol. And now you start adding a little bit of diesel. What happens? The engine starts smoking. More you put, it starts hicking. Pop, pop. Well, same happens with us. You eat meat, no problem. You start eating veggies, well, you start having a little flatulence, a little discomfort. When you start burping, wow, this is already, you are fermenting in your stomach. You have turned your stomach in fermentation sac, not in digesting machine. And because we do that, the stomach becomes or maintains alkalinity. So bacteria normally survive there. And because you have a gas problem, because you are basically fermenting now in your stomach, you go to doctor, and now the stomach gets inflamed because it's not built to do this. It starts getting ulcer, inflammation. Well, doctor checks, finds bacteria, Helicobacter pylori. Wow, I nailed it. We got it. Antibiotic. Bullshit. Okay? Completely wrong diet, completely wrong treatment. And bullshit diagnosis. We have to learn the truth. And as long as you stick to this promoted veggie diets that lead you to all these problems with health that we have, you cannot be helped. I'm being asked so many times because now I have more and more vegans and vegetarians as a clients because their health goes to hell. Not right away, because first they go into starvation. But once when they stay in this mode for a longer time, there it goes. So, how do we repair the acid? Correct your diet. Stop following the trend. Go back to the origin. We were hunters, nomads, and we ate meat. Go back there and learn how to eat meat. As soon as you change your diet, your body readjusts. But now you have to be careful that you have enough plasma in your blood because you need to produce hydrochloric acid. So you need all the elements. You need salt, sodium chloride, you need a chlorine from there. You need water from your plasma. And remember, you are using just about neutral medium that you are turning into acid, which means you are separating it. As much acid that you produce, the same amount of alkalinity you are producing. So as you are producing your hydrochloric acid, which all happens in the lining of stomach, at the same time you are producing sodium bicarbonate. So the sodium bicarbonate stays in the lining and is protecting your stomach from the strong acid. And the strong acid will be there only to digest. As soon as you break down the proteins and cholesterol, you break it down in amino acids and fatty acids. Then the sodium bicarbonate seeps from the lining and neutralizes stomach. And it has to neutralize it before you can get this stomach content into your intestines. So, what do you need? Plasma, water with minerals, water with sea salt. Changing diet, water with sea salt. Bingo! Self-healers protocol. Simple. So, I know we have all these experts that tell you need vitamins, you need thiolin, pepsin, just put the stuff, get supplements, load up supplements. It leads you nowhere. Patch, temporary relief, leads you nowhere. You need to correct your diet and you need to hydrate. And this is going to heal your problem. As soon as you get stomach working properly, turning it again from the fermentation sac that always produces gas and you are burping, you turn it into, again, digestive organ that produces acid and burns proteins and cholesterol, turning into amino acids and fatty acids. No gas is produced. Learn the truth. Stop listening to know-it-all morons. YouTube is full of them. And actually cathedra as well. All your professors are morons because they don't really check what they are talking about. They are just repeating the freaking script. We gotta get out of there. And I have to start insulting those self-righteous people because they're thinking more about their status and about their diplomas than about actual science and helping. Don't hide behind diplomas. So many experts, none of them can fix simple ulcer. Simple reflux. Those are things that heal easily. But of course, zero medication, zero supplements. You have to correct your diet and hydrate with plasma, which means you have to ingest huge amounts of natural, not bleached, not iodized sea salt that is loaded with magnesium and has 80 different minerals in there. You need all of them for your body to function properly. And actually, we are being misled through our schooling system, through our stupid books, that we trust more than we trust our physical experience. You swim in a sea, you soak seawater, you feel great. But then, don't put salt. on your food. No, it's bad, it's gonna make you hypertensive, it's gonna destroy your kidneys. It's idiocracy. Has absolutely no sense. But who's thinking? Very few. Very, very few. Time to wake up. Now the same problems that we humans have, our pets have, because we are feeding them the crap that we buy from the veterinarian. Those pellets, it's full of carbohydrates of the worst possible type. And forget about typing. Carbs is not for animal. You cannot feed animals or human with carbohydrates. It's like switching their gasoline engines into feeding them with a diesel. It's not gonna work. So this is why all the health issues come. Wake up. We all wanted to have the disclosure. We all wanted to be told the truth. One with truth is exposed. This is not it. I want different truth. This one doesn't work with me because I know better. Don't trust me, experiment. Do it yourself and see what happens. Following Salvier's protocol is very simple. Do it. Give it a shot. 1 month. But don't be afraid of symptoms, because symptoms will be readjustment and cleansing. And actually at one point you have even stronger symptoms than you have now when you are sick. Why? Because the system is purging. This is why if you have a chronic issue, I always emphasize, ask for someone to lead you who have done the protocol, who has experienced it and can interpret better the symptoms. If you don't trust anybody else, write me a letter. We can schedule Skype consultation or Zoom consultation, and I can lead you after that. Whatever you decide to do, but learn the truth. Get my books. The truth is in there. Thank you for listening. Till next time. Love you all.